Hey, what's up everybody? Lanette and Sean Reed here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got some goodness coming your way, but in this video, we're gonna talk about independence and marriage.
Okay, first off, we are very independent people.
You talking about you and I?
Yes.
Or, oh gosh, absolutely.
We are very, we have really strong personalities.
Yeah.
And we can become very passionate about everything in the direction of our home. So we totally get the idea of being a strong, independent thinker and wanting to control your world and your direction and where you're headed. And sometimes in marriage, that does clash with the fact that you have to be unified and you want to work together as a team as you're moving forward. So the challenge is to balance this idea right here that this is the way that my wife and I would say it, that we are one in marriage, but we're not identical people.
I think one of the biggest things that kind of in this, the differences, but still being one, is you even have your own purpose. Now, let me clarify a little bit. Sean and I totally share a purpose concerning marriages and seeing families build that legacy. That's him and I. But I also know that Sean is a great leader and is a great mentor for other leaders. And so that's not necessarily my calling, that's not necessarily my avenue, but that's his. And so sometimes, he wants to do something outside of, what we do as a team.
Our normal day-to-day family operation.
And I have to be okay with that, and I am okay with that because that's a part of him.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with my wife. She has ambitions and aspirations and desires, career goals and projects that she wants to work on that God has spoken to her on, and I'm trying to be her number one cheerleader.
Yeah.
I want to be her chief support. I think where the challenge becomes is where the challenge comes in is when all of a sudden she may go too far away from the vision of the home. And if I go too far from the vision of the home and my independence leads to abandonment of my responsibilities as a husband or wife and us taking care of our family in our particular case, if we begin to allow our independence to become almost single-mindedness to where I'm separate from, then now we have a problem here because that's disrupting the unity, and a house divided cannot stand.
He has to be the best him in order for him to be the best husband for me. So sometimes you need that time apart. And then sometimes you need that time to invest in yourself and do something that benefits you solely. So in turn, it'll actually benefit the whole family. And so I don't think there should be an offense when your spouse comes to you and says, hey, I would like to do this. Maybe sit down, have a conversation, get the full vision of what they're speaking of, and then support them. Be their biggest cheerleader when they want to do something apart from the marriage.
Yeah, so a huge tip from our house that I hope would be a blessing to you is that Lanette and I, we sync our schedules at the beginning of the week. And we say, okay, we have this, and this, and all of those things we do together or with our children, dinner time, date time, time that we're gonna discuss finance. Like, we won't neglect those key things because that keeps us unified. But then we also are like, hey, I need me time, and it's gonna be on this day. And it's not interfering with the overall shared vision and unified agreement that we have within a relationship. And so when you can balance the tension of those two, I think that you'll find that you're really happy because you're not crowding each other and with each other all the time, all day long. Oh Lord, I would get on her nerves. She needs a break from all of this, the Seanness, you know what I'm saying? And to be restored, and even a break from the kids too, you know what I'm saying? So having said all of that, it's okay to be strong in your identity and yet at the same time be strong in your unity within a relationship. If you guys like this video, please make sure that you leave a like. If you agree, please leave a comment. Let us know what your thoughts are. We appreciate you guys following along with us.